Okay, here's 19. This is Unit 4. This is Algebra 2, 4th period. This is the Unit 10 review, starting with number 19. Okay, so we've got a different pattern. We've got f of x. F of x fits one of these two here. Okay, so you just got to decide which one to use. All right, x squared minus 2. You can fit it in either way. I'm going to use a times x minus h squared plus k. Okay, so in this case, f of x is equal to 1 times x minus 0 squared plus a negative 2. So I can figure out a, which is 1, h is 0, k is negative 2. So again, I can just say the vertex is hk, 0, negative 2. I can do the axis of symmetry, which is x is equal to h. And then I can make my table, xy. Okay, xy, we put the vertex in the middle. Our x coordinates are 2 below it, 2 above it. And then our y coordinates, we subtract, or we add a. Okay, so adding 1, and we add 4a, makes it 2. Then we're always adding that to the vertex. So we plot those points, negative 2, 2, negative 2, negative, or negative 1, negative 1, 0, negative 2, 1, negative 2, and there. Not the greatest points I graphed, but that is the parabola. Okay, 20, what form does that match? That matches f of x is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. So how does that match ours? That's 1 times x minus a negative 2 squared plus 3. So what's a? A is 1, h is negative 2, k is 3. So what's the vertex? Vertex is negative 2, 3. What's the axis of symmetry? X is equal to h, or x is equal to negative 2. And then I make my table. Okay, put in the middle, negative 2, 3. To vertex, we go down from negative 2 and up from negative 2. Remember, I'm talking numerically, not actual pictorially. And then a is 1, so we add a, or add 1 to 3. If a is 1, 4a is 4, add that to 3, and 3 plus 4 is 7. Now plot these points. Negative 4, 7 is there. Negative 3, 4 is there. Negative 2, 3 here and here. And close enough to the parabola. So that's in 20. Let's look at 21. Okay, which form does that fit? It fits ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so in this case, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, c is equal to negative 5. So for these, the vertex is harder to find. X is equal to negative b over 2a, or negative 2 over 2 times 1, which is negative 1. And then we plug negative 1 in. I get negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 minus 5. So that is 1 minus 2 minus 5, which is negative 6. So what's my vertex? My vertex is negative 1, negative 6. What's my axis of symmetry? It's x is equal to h. Make my table. Okay, in this case, negative 1, negative 6. We count down, we count up. On the x-coordinate, the y-coordinate, we use a. A was 1, so I add a, or add 1 to negative 6, then I add 4a, or 4, to negative 6, and now I plot those points. Negative 3, negative 2, negative 2, negative 5, negative 1, negative 6, 0, negative 5, 1, negative 2, and parabola. Okay, again, another one in the form ax squared plus bx plus c, or a is equal to 3, b is equal to negative 12, c is equal to 12. So we're going to do this. We got to find our x coordinate of the vertex. That's negative b over 2a. Alright, so that's 12 over 6, or 2. And I plug in 2, and I get 3 times 4 minus 24 plus 12. So we get 12 minus 24 plus 12, or 0. So what's my vertex? My vertex is 2, 0. My axis of symmetry is x is equal to 2. A is 3 in this case, so I've just got to make my table. 2, 0, 1, 0, 3, 4, make my x coordinates 2 less than, 2 larger than, and remember A was 3, so I add 3 to 0, that's 1a, add 1a, then add 4a, 4a, a is 3, 4a is 12, 0 plus 12. Okay, so I graph these. 2, 0, there, here, 12 is somewhere up there. Just do your best with that. You get the points on the grid where they're supposed to be, you'll be fine. Okay, write something in that form, find an equation in that form for the parabola described. Well, that gives me hk, that gives me xy, so we plug in. 3 minus 6 is equal to a times x minus 0 squared. Negative 3 is equal to a times 1 squared. Negative 3 is equal to a. So I'll write my equation. Y minus 6 is equal to negative 3 times x minus 0 squared. Do the same thing. When you've got hk, xy. So I've got y is negative 2 minus 3 is equal to a times x is 1 minus 2 squared. So I've got negative 5 is equal to a times negative 1 squared. Negative 5 is equal to a. Write your equation. Y minus 3 is equal to negative 5 times x minus 2 squared. And there's your answer. Okay, so we'll pause there and pick it up on the next video.